we're going to talk about bid events. Simply put, in logistics, we initiate a bid event to renegotiate our rates and prices. Then the provider gives us a certain price and then provides a service for that price. So you could say that we're trading our money for service. Now, we of course expect the provider to deliver that service. And if they don't, we really resent paying the price that they quoted, don't we? Now, if they go the extra mile, we are a happy customer, and it's very likely that we'll engage with more business with them in the future. So let's talk about trading. What are you trading? And is it worth the trade-off? So let's take a look at a couple of examples. And actually, this has come up quite a lot in the last few weeks, so really interesting. Must be on a lot of people's minds. So most of us are in a job and we trade our time for money. Now, many of us, and especially if you're in a more senior position, we sign a contract for a number of hours to work every week, and then our pay is based on working that number of hours. But many times, we actually end up working way more hours than was agreed, right? So an exercise that I like to do with my clients is to work out your hourly pay based on your contract, and then work out your actual hourly pay based on the hours that you are putting in. And it's likely to be quite a big difference. So ask yourself, is it worth it? And if not, I recommend that you do something about it. Now, if you're happy working the extra hours, negotiate additional pay. But if you're not happy to work the extra hours, then stop it. Way easier said than done, right? Now, did you know that the main reason that you're working the hours that you're working is because that's become a habit? Now, one of the things I help my clients with, and it tends to be one of the first things that we sort out, is to change that habit and to get your life and work balance back again. And part of that is to learn to set clear boundaries for yourself and to other people. So you see, most of us think that the other person should know that they're asking too much of us. But if we keep doing it, no matter how much we complain, if we keep doing it, how do they really know, right? So when you set your boundaries, what you're doing is actually helping everyone else to set theirs too. So it immediately creates clarity and also very quickly creates a much better working environment. Now, reach out if you want to know more about the ins and outs of creating more free time. And you can do that very easily and very quickly without losing status or any finances. So give me a shout if that's something you want to take a look at. Now, ask yourself, what else are you trading? It's a question to ponder maybe over the next few days. And where else can you set clearer boundaries also in your personal life? Have a think about that one. Now, there's a big difference between giving and trading. As Jane Wilhite, I think I pronounced that right, said, givers gain. Now, there's a natural law in play which dictates that energy always comes back to its source. So when we freely give, it must come back to us. Now, the mistake most people make is that they think it's going to come back from where we gave it to, but that's not the case. It can come back from anywhere. So, for instance, if I do something kind for you without expecting you to do something back for me, it will still come back to me from somewhere or something else. But if we are fixated on the source of the return, then we actually completely miss the return. So, in fact, when you're doing something for someone with an expectation to get something in return, you are not giving, you are trading. So ask yourself, if you feel like giving something to somebody, but then you're wondering, well, why should I? Then ask yourself, are you really giving or are you trading? And ask yourself, what are you trading for? What is your expectation? Is it a fair expectation? And actually, does the other person know and understand that you're expecting something back from them? Gives great clarity, right? Now, one of the key elements of success is to leave everyone with the impression of increase. That's actually a whole lesson we work on, lesson 11 in my Thinking into Results training. We take 2 weeks on that lesson. Now, the thing is that everybody wants to feel important. Everybody wants to feel like they matter. So when you make a point of leaving everyone feeling better from interacting with you, guess what? You feel good because you're focusing on the positive, And they feel good because you've left them with a feeling of increase. So for the next couple of weeks, here's a little exercise. Look good, look for the good in everyone and everything, and then point it out. So a great exercise to do in my training is to write down 6 things about someone who's bugging you. And then every time you think of them, which would normally be a negative thought, that negative thought would create a negative feeling, then bring to mind these 6 things instead. Thing is, you'll feel better. Your energy will be different when you approach them. And then they have to interact differently with you. They have to react to you in a different way because you're giving them a different type of energy. Law of cause and effect. If you send out good, good comes back. The trick is, though, it's not really a trick, but it has to be genuine and authentic, right? So work on that one, have fun with it, and then let me know how things improve through doing the exercise. Now give it a couple of weeks, right? And you've got to be consistent, and it will absolutely, I promise you, will make a massive change. Well, that's it. We're back in the new year with on-time delivery. So in the meantime, I want to wish you and all of your loved ones a beautiful Christmas and the most amazing 2024. Make sure that it's your year and that you're doing the things that you want to do in 2024. So enjoy your lunch, bon appetit, en eet smakelijk. See you soon.